Hello students, good afternoon. So let's begin with the chapter today, and today we are going to discuss the transportation. Now transportation is a system in which the passenger and the goods move from one place to another, and development of a cheap and efficient means of transport is very necessary for the progress of a developing country like India. Transportation system is a very important link between the production and the consumption areas, between the industry and the market. Now transport routes are the basic arteries of the country. Now in the modern age, even the ideas and the skills move from one place to another with the help of transportation network. Like for example, when the skilled people, when they move from one place to another, along with them their ideas, their skills, isn't it, the technology will also move. India is a vast country with long distances. Kashmir in the north, Kanyakumari in the south, Kandla in the west to Kohima in the east. India is also a country with a great diversification in social, culture and ethnic group. Transportation plays a very important role in linking or in maintaining the unity in diversification, maintaining the national integration. Means of transport. Land, water are the three basic means of transport. Now, roads and railways are the main examples of the land transportation, whereas the water transportation includes the inland ways as well as the oceanic routes also. Even the pipelines are also laid under the land or under the water also. However, large percentage of pipelines are on the land. Air transport also operates in India, national and international routes. So students, in this video I'm going to discuss with you all is about the road transportation in India. Road transport have been existed in India from the long time back in the history also, at least 5000 years back. So in the early stages of Indian history, in the Asokas and Chandragupta, many efforts were made to construct road, but the real progress was done during the Mughal period. Numbers of roads were laid down during the Sultanate and the Mughal period. Most of the present routes even follow the Mughal routes. Now those routes are very essential in strengthening and the consolidating the empire. Now one such road was constructed by Sher Suri, which used to connect the Peshawar and Kolkata. But after the partition of India in 1947, it connects Amritsar with Kolkata. Now presently, it is also termed as Sher Suri Marg. But back then it was known as Grand Trunk Road. Now, importance of roads. Now, plays a very important role in the transportation of goods and passenger for short and the medium distances. It is comparatively less cheaper and also easy to construct and maintain the roads. Now road transport system establish easy connect between the farm fields, factories, markets, provide door to door service also. Roads can also negotiate high gradient and sharp turns which the railways cannot. So even the high terrain also and the high mountains also, the roads can be easily constructed. Roads acts as a great feeder to the railways. Without good and sufficient road system, railways cannot collect sufficient produce to make their operation possible. Road transport is more flexible than the rail transport, as we have already learned that it can be constructed in the high terrain also, in the rugged topography also, where the railways and the other modes of transportation cannot reach. So in those, even the remote areas are also connected by the road transport. Perishable commodities like vegetable, fruits, milk are also transported more easily and quickly by the roads. Everything comes with a disadvantage, so roadways also have its own disadvantages. Now roads are not much suited for the long distance travel, and heavy commodities like coal and iron ore cannot be easily transported by the roadways because the transportation cost is higher. The rate of road accidents has also increased with the increase in the number of vehicles in the road traffic. The rapid increase in the vehicles has also resulted in the air pollution, and the road transportation is quite costly compared to the rail transport and the water transport. Classification of roads in India has been done according to the importance, maintenance and the administration. So it is categorized in 5 different categories: national highway, state highways, district roads, village roads and border roads. First, let us discuss the national highways. Now, the main roads which are constructed and maintained by the Central Public Work Department are known as the national highways. Now those roads connects the state capital, big cities and ports. It was 19,700 kilometer in 1950 to 51, which increased to 96,214 kilometer in 2014. Okay, so the national highway, though it contributes only 2% of the total length of the country's road distance, but it handles around 40% of the traffic. Next we are going to discuss is the distribution of national highways. Now national highways link the extreme parts of the country, and the numbers of national highways in north to south and east to west direction runs. So the national highway 1 is the Sirsa Suri Marg connecting between Delhi and Amritsar. National highway 2 between Delhi and Kolkata. Okay, so in this way several other highways are also there. The national highway 7 is the longest highway, which runs from Banarasi to Kanyakumari, length 2369 kilometer. National highway 15 covers most of the parts of the Rajasthan desert. Okay, now the national highways have been further classified depending upon the carriageway width of the highway. Now generally 3.75 meter in case of the single lane, but if it is a multi-lane highway, then 3.5 meter is the distance or the length of the per lane. Okay, so in the following table you can also see the percentage of the total, the length and the according to the width of highway has also been mentioned. I request you to please go through it. Here's the list of the important national highways has been provided, students. I request you please go through it, which connects the main cities of our country. Now, National Highway Authority of India is an autonomous agency of the Government of India, and it is also the main nodal agency of Ministry of Road and Transport and Highways. So at present we have 1,88 kilometers national highway, the length of kilometers national highway in the country. Now under this National Highway Authority of India, a National Highways Development Project was also implemented in the country, which was a massive program of road building which has been ever taken up in the country, and it was implemented in January 2nd 1999. Okay, so it was implemented by the National Highways Authority of India, as I already mentioned, and it was conducted in the different phases. So in the first phase, the Golden Quadrilateral connecting the four major cities of Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata was implemented. So in this project, connecting the four major cities is of 5,846 kilometer long, and the total cost for the project is around 300 rupees 300 billion. Okay, so in January 2012, India announced that the four-lane Golden Quadrilateral Highway network as complete. Here, students, I have provided you with an image which provides the length of the various section of the Golden Quadrilateral connecting the different cities also. Now in the phase 2, students, okay, under the National Highway Development Program, North and South Corridor as well as East and West Corridor was also constructed, compromising the area from Srinagar to Kanyakumari in north and south direction, and from Silchar in the Assam to Porbandar in the Gujarat in the east to west corridor. So the project has a total length of 7,300 kilometer, out of which the north and south corridor is 4,000 kilometer and east to west corridor is 3,300 kilometer. Phase 3 under the National Highway Development Programs involves the four laning of 12,109 kilometer, which compromises the highways of comprising the high density corridors like highway connecting the state capitals, important tourist places and economically important areas. In the fourth phase of National Highway Development Program, okay, it has been compromises of 20,000 kilometer national highway to develop that single lane highways into two lane highways, and also with paved shoulders, okay, with creating a pavements across the roads or along the side of the roads. Now in the fifth phase, okay, it compromises of six laning of 6,500 kilometer of existing lane highway, means developing the single or the four lane or double lane highway into six lane highway, okay, which includes the Golden Quadrilateral and other selected highways. And in the sixth phase, the proposal for the development of 1,000 kilometers of access control to the 4-lane divided carriageways express has also been approved. So students, so in this way different programs has been adopted, implemented in order to develop the roadway system in country. So with this we conclude our video here today.